do Thamos diff command. Now, to get an idea of what this command does, we can look quickly at the help. So if we just run the div help. Oops, did forget the module. So here's the help command for just the bare diff command. Essentially what you do is you give it an analysis ID or two analysis IDs, and you get the difference between the two analyses, their justification stacks. So that's the stack info and then the justification list, which is package specific mostly. Then with this, you can get a JSON output if you want. And that's essentially that command. You can also run it through advisor. So when you run an advise command, when you run an advise run, it'll, instead of printing out the whole stack and all the justifications, you can instead just print out the difference. So return only the difference between the current analysis and the output of the last run. So it's using the last run analysis as a comparison between the current and the last. And that just makes it so it's less cluttered when you run, so you don't always see the same thing every time you run an advise. You'll only see the differences between your last advise. Now, to get an idea what this looks like, we can just run it with right here. Right now it's running with JSON, so we can turn that off. Here, we're giving it the new analysis ID and the old analysis ID. So the new analysis ID right here, that's the one we want to compare to, and then the old one. Now the old one is optional. If we don't provide one, it'll just use the previous run advise, same thing that the --diff does for advise. We give this a run. Oh, of course, forgot that. Pip and run Python. That should be good. So now we're comparing two advises. These could be two separate ones run at different times. These could also just be completely separate different advises. Doesn't matter as long as you have valid IDs. Right now it's giving us a stack info differences, and we can see, just like how any justification would be, it would have the link, the message, and the type, and sometimes the package info or the package name. But now we also have this difference. It's color coordinated. So we have these, which were removed. So they were removed in the new one, they were not present. And then this added one means in the new one, they were not present in the old one, basically. And you can see a quick look at the difference between them, which is a lot more useful than having to see the same giant list of them. Now, you'll see it's only showing the stack info. That's because there was no differences in the justification, so it hid that. But we can also do something like this. So say we have say there was no differences, which might be the case if you run two identical ones right back to back. You'll get something. See, it's comparing old to the new. But it'll say there's no differences found between the justification stacks. So yeah, that's how you compare the two. I can quickly also show how you can do JSON output, which just makes it a little bit more machine readable. So let's just do that. JSON. This is going to give you the same data you have here, just the differences. But what it's going to give you is also this difference removed, which is useful if you want to have a bot look at this instead of a human. And I think that's about it. Yeah. Thanks everybody for watching this demo on the Thamos diff command.